and welcome back to Perfectly Holistic. I am Pam Roussel, and my friend Nina Glasgow is with me today, and we are so excited to be back with you guys. If you are watching, please drop us a little comment, say hello, let us know where you're watching from. We have a lot of fun planned for you today, and we love just jumping on and playing with intuition because the reality is we all have these amazing gifts of intuition and telepathy and all these things, but we just have not learned how to tap into it. So we are going to have a little fun today and do some intuitive card readings. So Nina, first of all, thank you for coming on. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. We love sharing card readings. It's so much fun. um, we do have a submission, but here's the exciting thing. Even if you did not sign up in advance, you can request a card reading today. Just drop us a comment in the chat, and we need to know your name and we need to know what question you have. And we're just going to draw a card. We're going to see what the universe, what divine guidance you need to hear today, what we can share with you from divine inspiration. So, let me just recap a couple things. First of all, we are calling in our angels, the divine, we're calling in the God, we're calling in our spirit guides, our animal guides, um, archangels. We are calling in all these protectors to come in and help us tune in with our intuition and help us give you the answers that you need accurately. Whatever messages from the universe that you need to hear, that's what we're going to be doing for you today. So, did I miss anything? Nina, is there anything I need to add?
Protection, okay. More divine guidance.
Divine guidance. Yeah. I mean, we love having this intuitive ability, and it's fascinating when you just open yourself up to receiving, allowing to receive, and being open-minded to whatever the message is that you need to hear, for encouragement, for support, for guidance, whatever it might be. So
Mhm.
let's talk about the card decks we're going to use today. Nina, go ahead and share the ones that you have.
All right, the ones that I have right now are this is I like this deck a lot. This is the cat deck. Let's see if I can do my hand.
Like right in the middle of your computer, there is a little
How's
key.
that?
Oh, there you go. Yes.
This deck does not come with any kind of guidebook, but the pictures are kind of cool. You know, they're just like, let me just get one from the middle. Let's see this one. All right, this one is the essentially like you can see that like the moon.
Pull it
Uh,
in a little closer.
okay, a little closer.
Yep. And there you go. Yes.
Okay, and
Yes.
so like howling at the moon. Got a cat. It's got your paw over the crab, and
Yes.
the moon itself is kind of like it's not ominous exactly, but like subconscious, and it's supposed to be like for negativity and things like that. But anyway, you get the picture. I think the graphics are really nice. The other one is Angel Tarot deck here, and it
Nice.
comes with a booklet. I consider this extremely benign. Okay, like it's like a card. There's no way that your feelings are going to get hurt. Okay, for
Right.
example, this one is Justice. Okay, that's a major arcana card. Okay, and it says, and it gives, it's like an oracle deck. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. So you can
Yeah.
interpret it. But all these cards are very, like I say, benign. And then the other deck that maybe we'll get into is the Osho deck. He's kind of a trickster. I didn't know him personally, but he's a famous guy. And this deck is pretty. It just has different things. For example, healing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you could be having mind, body, spirit. It's and you can see the hand over the person's face. You can
Yeah.
see the heart. You can see the hand over this, the chakra, the stomach.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is, for example, okay, this is more like in your face, guilt. Okay, like, oh man, it's like I
Mm-hmm.
can't stand it. It's called guilt. And so this would be like, it's got the it's like clouds. They use a different clouds would be like your thought form, or it's probably mental. Um, could be like swords. It would be the closest correspondence with these swords. But anyway, so those are the decks that might come up today.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I want to say hello real quick to Charlotte is here and Jennifer's here. Hi, you guys. Thank you for popping in. And again, if you are watching, drop us a note in the comments and let us know that you're here and where you're from. We love to welcome you. I am going to use the Spirit Cat cards. It's an inspirational card deck. And this is from Love and Above Cat Club. You can get your own Spirit Cat deck at Love and Above Cat Club. So yeah, check these out. It's really, really cool. So it's basically just inspirational messages. So whatever it is that you might need to hear today, if you need a little support, encouragement, guidance, or whatever, you can literally just shuffle and just say, okay, this is what my intention is, and draw a card and trust that that's the message you're meant to get. So with that being said, we're going to start with Christina, who's submitted a really interesting picture. And you guys give me a second. I'm going to present, I'm going to show the image that she sent in. Give me just a second to find it. Okay. So, okay. This is an image that she sent, and let me see if I can just share it this way, if y'all can see that. So let me read what she said about this picture. She said, this image appeared on my ceiling at the front door entry a few months or more after the passing of my angel Benjamin. He would always lay guard at this entry right up to the day he passed. I had a very strong feeling I could see an image of him, but in grieving, let's just say things happen. How can one affirm and experience his intuition and calling of the spirit? This is an exciting topic. So, Nina, I'm going to turn it over to you, and you can share what you told me after you saw this image. I thought it was fascinating.
Okay, it's interesting timing because last night we had two guests come over for dinner, and both of them had near-death experiences.
Wow.
Died. And one of them saw the records. He was in the records. He did not have a consultation, but I said, "What was your what did you view the records like?" And he said it was like being in, I think they call it like a clean room, like for computers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like kind of a sterile environment, white, they're white, but with blue light. And there were like endless files, like files, like, and then, there was the stairway. And so that was, that was what I heard from someone who, they thought he was dead. It was a boating accident. He lost a bunch of blood. And the helicopter pilots who looked at him said, "This guy's dead." But they took him in. He survived.
Wow.
There was other parts of his story, but that's the image of the records. So the records are a place where everyone's information, so to speak, is stored, even your pet's information. Okay.
And to clarify, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
You're talking about the Akashic records.
Yes, I'm sorry, the Akashic records. And when I first talked to this guy, he's a pretty big Christian, and I said, "Oh, the Akashic records," and he looked at me and said, "You mean the Akash?" And I said, "Yeah." And so because he had experienced all this, he was trying to, he was familiar with the Akash, which is kind of like, all that is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, I looked at the picture this morning and I thought, my God, this is so cool. And I called my husband over. I said, "Look, there's this cat here." Okay. I said, "Look," because I had read Christina's explanation that that the cat was a guardian. And so I said, look, there he is. And now I'm trying to remember exactly what I saw, but I think it was a cat that was looking like not facing me, but kind of like looking this way, out. Okay. So a few hours later, kind of in preparation for this, I said, I went back and I took a look at the picture, and no cat. I could not find any cat.
It
And
wasn't popping up anymore.
no, it was not popping up for me. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I decided, because of my experience last night talking to our guest, I decided to go into records and ask about it.
Yeah.
So I wrote down five questions. I went into my records because I don't have permission from Christina to go into her records nor her cat records. But I went into my records to ask what's up. So the first question I asked was, why did I see an image of a cat in the photo earlier and not when I rechecked? Second question, what is the meaning of Christina seeing the image and seeing a cat and then not? So it's a little different for me. 3, how can I affirm and experience his intuition and the calling of spirit? Okay, that's Christina was wondering about that, but I'm asking, okay, for me. 4, what do I need to know about this experience? Okay, this experience for me. This is also indirectly for her. What does Christina need to know? Okay, so on the first question, this is right here. You were seeing the cat in the first image clearly because the cat was communicating with you. You were hearing him speak of his role as a guardian spirit, even though you could not hear his words. Normally, speaking to me, you communicate by conversation, words. This time, the information was given to you via a visual. It would be good to develop this ability more, because that's not one of my big abilities. Seeing an image is the way of seers, and that's spelled SEERS. Okay, they can do this kind of stuff. You can develop this ability. Anyone can. The image disappeared when you subconsciously sought to analyze it. Analysis is not the friend of clairvoyance. Seeing the cat also gives validity to its owner's claims, okay? Because that was her experience, and I can confirm, yeah, you saw a cat, the cat, your cat. The owner also questions herself, okay? That's what they're saying. Okay, number 2, the second question, what's the meaning of her seeing it? Christina saw the image because her guides opened up her clairvoyance, because it was in her best spiritual interest to see her departed love. Sometimes guides do that sort of thing. The grief she felt was not the cause of her not seeing the image. The image was a gift. In some ways, it was a gift from me, for you too. So it's speaking to me. Number 3. So how can I affirm an experience? It's intuition or whatever. Okay, number 3. You can affirm an experience is the calling of spirit in a number of ways. Chills in your body, a body sense or sensing that something is happening, or physical calling cards of spirit, knocking or giving you a heads up. It can be good or bad or whatever. For your receiving information you wouldn't otherwise know is a big indication spirit is around and helping. Spirit can act through your guides. There are networks that you have no conscious knowledge of. Small signs like finding dimes, because I love that. In unexpected places is a sign spirit wants you to be happy. This is for me. Different people experience spirit in different ways, even non-believers who write it off as coincidence. That's my husband. All right. Intuition for you is different than being graced with a sign. Wait a second. Intuition for you is different than being graced with a sign from spirit. Intuition for you has developed into a kind of listening skill that you develop through your senses and knowledge. Experience plays a part in this. Recognizing patterns has a little to do with intuition in some places. Everyone's life experiences develop their intuition. Whether they want to listen is another matter. Number 4, what do I need to know about this experience? You need to know that cats are more otherworldly than you previously realized. You have grasped the understanding that cats can do and behave in remarkable ways that you do not really truly fully grasp. And that is so true. Recognize, I can see this. You are picking up on their otherworldly power. Do not ponder this question too much. She's like, don't go there. Number 5, okay, what does Christina need to know? Christina needs to know that her cat showed himself to her in a clear way. She saw him. She doesn't get to have like a shroud of Turin. Okay, you don't get to.
Yeah.
Okay, she
Yeah.
saw him. His message, which she understands, is that he guards her place. That's all she really needs to know.
Hmm.
Okay, that's what I got.
That's amazing. That's really amazing.
Oh,
So, yeah, Christina, I hope you're watching
yeah.
because if not, you're going to have to go back and listen to this because it's really, really incredible. That is so very cool. Um, okay. So we know that the cat was there. He showed himself just to be a sign like, hey, I'm here. I'm guarding your place like I always have. I'm looking out for you. I'm here. Um, I love you. I'm always around. That's so
Mhm.
powerful and so comforting. Um, let's see. Is there a card that you would like to draw today? And if you'll let me just step away for just a second. One of my cats is once in the house and I'm knocking at the door. So
Oh,
I will be right back while you pull whatever card you're going to pull. Okay.
all right.
Okay.
Now, actually, I can draw some more cards, but I decided to draw 3 cards beforehand for the situation of how Christina feels about the cat. The first, and this is the cat deck, okay? So the first one is a bunch of cats fighting. The 5 of Wands, and this to me represents the conflict in Christina's mind. All these forces like she didn't believe, or no, there's no way. Okay, there's conflict. Okay, then the other one is 2 of Chalices or cups, which is like unity, and you can kind of see, the moon, and there's a communion here. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like she's getting it. And then the third card is a very nice one. It's like 10, also on the emotional level. 10 of Chalices, like everybody's happy, or like it's uh, it's a very happy card. Okay, I went into the other deck, which is the feel good deck, and oops, where are we at? All right, this is the angel thing card.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
okay. So the first one, I can read it if you want.
Yeah.
All right, this is Unity, Archangel Sandalphon. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. I think the like-minded friends, like you're people that believe the same stuff. So unity. Okay, the message here is working in groups enriches you right now. You drew this card because it's time for you to expand your circle of friends or join a group. For example, you may want to enroll in school or become part of a spiritual organization. This is also an optimal time to make friends with supportive new people who have integrity and a strong moral compass. It's also time to question and review any rules, restrictions, or limited beliefs that have been placed around your current situation by you or by others. In some ways, this is kind of like, yeah, it's like with the other cards. It's sort of, it's a different, uh,
Perspective.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see, to make sure they're fair to everyone involved. This can lift any previous blocks to the manifestation of your goals. Additional meanings of this card: experts or mentors, a search for meaning in life, having faith in a group of people, schools and spiritual institutions. Sandalphon is the archangel who delivers prayer from earth to heaven. Call upon him to increase your faith and your commitment to your dreams and goals. It's also kind of interesting. For Kitty Cat, Benjamin is a protector, a guardian. So she, on some level, she must. There's some of this stuff going on that she feels that she needs that. But the cat is definitely stepping up to the plate. The next one is 5 of Fire. Let's see. Here we go. Let me read it first. Fears surrounding money, wisdom to accept help from others. I think that's what it is. Uncertain self-employment, but there may be other stuff going on. Here.
Nice.
Okay, five of Earth. That can be like a prosperity card. It can also, in a traditional deck, have a sense of being an outsider. So she might feel like she is an outsider. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so the meaning. This is shorter. You're experiencing some challenges. Other people around you hold different goals and values, and there's disagreement as to how to proceed, along with a clash of wills. Success is still possible, but it takes a great effort. You may enjoy this type of challenge, or it may exhaust you. This is a competitive situation. It will be necessary for everyone to try to understand one another's viewpoint. There's a need for clarity in order to come to a resolution. Other meanings for this card: athletic competitions, nuisances, the need to set priorities, being caught in the middle, bothersome details. So we'll let her, Christina, comment if she chooses to. The last one is Nine of Fire, and I think this is her. Okay, it's her. And if you notice, there's a dragon in the background, or
Mm-hmm.
right beside her, and the dragons are considered usually protectors. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that's their, their protectors. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. So the message, believe in yourself. Where is that one at? Okay, it's short too. You've put a lot of work and energy into this situation. This card comes up as a sign for you to actively protect. So that protect thing with the kitty cat, protect
Mm-hmm.
what you've created or earned. Have courage and believe in your ability and right to defend the fruits of your labor, fruit of your labor. Strengthen your resolve and don't give up. You possess the wisdom and stamina to bring this situation to an agreeable conclusion. However, it's important to open your mind to the assistance and points of view of others. Additional meanings: being prepared, physical strength, feelings of paranoia, tiredness. Okay, so that's
Nice.
that.
And Christina is actually here, Nina, and she says, she goes, it is so true. She didn't hear the very beginning, but she goes, this is so true what I'm hearing. This is amazing. Thank you, Beth, so much. She goes, I'm in tears. This is so on point.
Oh, good.
Oh my gosh, you're going to make me cry. Don't make me cry because I'm a crier. That's awesome. And I'm also going to pull a card. Just, what does the universe what it want to tell Christina today, other apart from everything else you've already heard? And again, mine are the Spirit Cats inspirational card deck. So let's see. Let's see what the universe would like to share with Christina. Okay. Oh, this is nice. Okay. This is the card. Look at that. Isn't it cute? And it's called Meditation.
Oh.
So it says, meet Chutney. Can you see that? One day, after a particular deep meditation, he began to radiate and float. He loves to simultaneously be fully present in his body and his spirit. By simply
Oops, she put out.
what is truly going on within himself. Each subtle sensation becomes vivid with its own unique texture and energy. His mind is like the wide open sky, and his thoughts are like clouds floating by. He watches them arise and dissipate without judgment. Practice with Chutney and watch your awareness brighten until life itself becomes a moving meditation. So, Christina, that's probably a sign to spend some time in meditation and just go within and just focus on being present. And all the answers that you seek, you will find because the answers are within us. We just have to get quiet. We have to trust ourselves and trust what we're given. I call them downloads, but those are messages. It's coming from divine. It's coming from inside. So I hope this helps you so much. That was great. Okay, so we're going to go to Charlotte. Charlotte has a question. She wants a reading, Nina. So she says, will we find Spice Cat, a cat who showed up in October of 2021 but disappeared in December of 2022? He was the only non-feral of my cats, beloved and one of only a few allowed outside. And she says it was Tiki Feral Kittyland Sanctuary. So, so she wants to know if Spice Cat will show up again, if he is still around, and if he'll be found. So that's the question for Charlotte. So what does the universe have to share with Charlotte? Okay, I'm shuffling, but I'll let you go first.
Yeah.
What do you feel drawn? What do you feel drawn to?
Okay, this is a Six of Pentacles. So it's not, unhappy. Like he might show up, or he might have been found and have a different home now.
Mm,
Sometimes cats do not go back to their original owners. So at least it's not like, the death card. It's
right,
You know,
right.
I would say that this is kind of an optimistic card. Um, it's also kind of one of sharing. On this, I mean, it's like sharing. So uh, let me just ask, just if I get a message.
Mm-hmm.
I just get that the cat is not dead. Okay, so I don't know what's the kitty's cat's name. His
Spice
name
cat.
Spice
Spice
Cat.
cat. Mm-hmm.
He could have been taken someplace else. He could show back up. He could have been, sometimes kind of, so to speak, relocated. So she wants to know whether he's going to come back. The answer is yes. I don't know why I said yes. I said yes, but I don't have any evidential proof.
Mm-hmm.
Quite contrary to my, you know, saying yes. Okay, let us know about Spice Cat. Let me
Yeah.
know.
So she says, so you think he's still alive? Yes, you definitely feel like he's still alive, and
Mhm.
he um he's with someone else, or he's with other people right now, but he might show up one day.
Yeah,
Um, you know what's interesting? I just remembered, just kind of download right now. Some cats have soul contracts with different people, and when they move on from one family to another family, it just means that the purpose that he had for being in that family or person's life at that time is complete. His job was complete, and his job now is to move on to the next family or the next person that he is supposed to help, support, guide, whatever. That's his little soul contract. So it doesn't mean that he can't come back at some point, but it might just be that his time with you was fulfilled and he had another job to go do.
yeah.
So she says his best friend Chester Cat would love him to come back. He was Chester's only friend. Oh, oh
Maybe
no.
she's a different friend. Yeah. Pam, when you were saying that, is back to the intuition thing or whatever, I was getting kind of like those little chills, like a soul
Hmm.
contract, which to me is an indication of truth. Okay, I'm hearing the truth,
Mm.
so that's nice. That's like a validation for what you just said.
Oh, that's nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, we can just pray that Chester finds another friend,
Hmm.
because that would fill Chester's heart. So that's the kind of energy we need to put out. Now, let me see what the universe would like to share with the card deck that I've got. So, a message for Charlotte regarding Spice Cat. Let's see. Okay, this is the beautiful card. It's called Tending the Garden. And it says, Meet Gayla. Her peculiar flowers bloom in the sun of her nurturing love and care. In a tucked away corner of the forest, she planted a few precious seeds. For months, she watered the earth and sang patient love songs. Above the surface, nothing appeared to be happening, so the other kitties didn't understand why she spent so much time in the overlooked spot. Eventually, delicate emerald tendrils peeked out of the soil. Gayla loved and protected them until wondrous blossoms burst forth. What seeds can you nurture in your heart? What garden are you trying to grow? So that's an interesting It's a very interesting perspective. It's like, and I think you just have to sit with that and just see what comes to you. Any thoughts, Nina?
Yeah, like back to what you were saying about soul journeys and so forth, or soul contracts. That's like the nurturing of the seeds coming into flower, into fruition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of where I was going with that. That it's also positive, and we don't like soul contracts. We don't always know what they are. Like
Right.
and it can be hidden meanings coming in that. Uh, so I felt it was. I could feel it being in getting these rushes in line with uh, like what your comment about the soul contracts
Mm.
that she's doing what she needs or could be
Yeah.
doing what she needs someplace else.
Yeah.
But,
She wants to know if he's happy. Do you get a sense that he's happy?
let's draw a card.
Okay. That's
My
all.
sense is yes, but let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Well, this is an interesting card. I just drew this. Okay, it's like it's the Eight of Wands, and it's like fast news, things coming fast, and so it's like also if you see it, he's like in a circle, like
Hold it a little closer to the camera.
okay,
There you go. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
it's like seeing things come, and so. Um, I consider this a positive card, even though it's dark and at night. Things are like I consider dark can be like spiritual. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so it's like things happening quickly, and so I would say. So the question, her original question. What was the question again?
Is he happy?
Yeah, yeah. That cat is not. He's not running away from these things coming.
Yeah.
It's like good news. It's
I
like
think he's doing his job. I
yeah,
read that as he's doing his job and he's content because
right.
he's exactly where he needs to be.
Yeah, and wands are activity and work. So doing
Yeah.
his job that works.
Oh, she says this is so cool. She goes, Spice Cat helped Chester become more trusting. So maybe that was his mission or contract.
Right.
I totally feel both of your energy very much. I really appreciate it. You're very welcome. That's so very cool because sometimes it does take another cat or another animal to
Mhm.
come in and support that cat that needs supporting because they had a soul contract. So
Right.
maybe it wasn't about you and your soul contract with Spice Cat. Maybe it was about Chester's soul contract with Spice Cat.
That's
So it's oh, I just got goosebumps.
yeah. They have
I
a
love this
job.
so
And
much.
yeah.
That is so very cool. That is so very cool. So yeah, you just have to trust. I just tell people all the time, trust the journey. Trust the
Mhm.
journey. It may not make sense now, but it might later on.
Maybe. Not. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Jennifer, I know you're here. She would love a reading. So Jennifer, pop a question in the comments that you would like us to look into. Is what kind of question do you have? It can be for yourself. It can be for something related to Toby. It can, what can we draw a card about? We need to kind of set a framework or an intention so we can get a clear message for you. So drop a comment here. And if you guys are watching, again, if you want us to draw a card for you, just drop a comment in here with we just need your name and the intention that we can look around for you because this is so much fun. We love this. So, okay, let's see. Give her a second to drop a comment in here. Charlotte says, she goes, yes, I now feel it was all about Chester. Thank you. That's
Mhm.
so cool. See, you just, it's cool. Like when we trust what we think we already know and we get like a confirmation of what we're already getting intuitively, but we're just not trusting that answer. And I think you just got the message. So that's awesome. So Jennifer wants to know, would it benefit Toby to have a friend? And Toby is adorable, by the way.
Toby is
He's, he is so cute. He's a little kitty. So Jennifer wants to know, would it benefit Toby to have a friend?
Huh. This is kind of interesting, interesting card that I pulled up. Okay, it's five of. Okay, let's get it closer.
I have to go rescue my second cat. Go ahead, keep talking.
It's five of swords, which shows a cat on top of the swords, and he's kind of like looking up, and he's kind of like daydreaming. He's sort of like la da 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 da. Traditionally, this card is supposed to mean victory through deceit. Okay, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's I don't want to say the means justify the ends. Uh, so I'm going to say yes, that he would like a friend. But he also might, once you get a friend, he might have the attitude like, what about me? You're spending too much time with this other kitty cat. So it can be like a little bit of a mixed bag. I want to draw one more card.
I wonder if it's like he might be a little resistant at first, but then they become friends in time.
That could be. Also, he might consider him top dog. This is the Emperor card, and so if he's like he has that mentality, he might think he wants to be top dog, and that could be good and bad. Depends on who comes to join him.
I would recommend doing an animal communication session prior to adopting, if you decide to, just to let him know and get his feedback, and ask him if he would like. And it's his higher self that's going to answer that question. Because sometimes when they show up, they're like, "Hey, what is this?" It's like, but you said you wanted a friend. They don't remember that. So because that's been my experience recently with everyone. It's like, but you said you wanted friends to play with. Okay, so let me see what universe wants to say about sweet Toby having a friend. Okay. Okay, this is a cute card. Look at that. Okay, it's called Threshold. Threshold. Okay, so it says meet Sage. She is the queen of the threshold. In or out or in. She lingers right at the borderland between worlds. Glancing back, she takes stock of everything she's cherished, everything that has challenged and interested her, and everything that has weighted her down and limited her. She peeks her nose through the door and smells the fresh air of possibility with a swirl of exhilaration and a hint of fear. Perhaps she even tiptoes through a few times only to return to her old world for a while. Find peace at the threshold, but don't surrender to the turn back now gargoyles that guard the gateway. When you are ready, you will stride boldly into your new world. So don't rush your decision.
Yeah.
If you decide you want to, just don't rush into that decision, and know that when the time is right, it will present itself.
Yeah. And this kitty cat on your card also projects a certain kind of personality, like kind of the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
And this threshold thing with kitty cats, if they cross a threshold and they don't like it, they can get to be mad. So all kinds of possibilities. It's like it can be good, it can be bad. I think that's very good advice.
Yeah, and the fact that Toby might want to be top cat, so maybe getting a personality that's a little bit more submissive and that's going to be very docile, and letting him be top cat instead of wanting to fight for that position, because there's always a hierarchy when it comes to multi-cat households that we have to just observe and respect how they set those hierarchies. Right. So Jennifer, does that help? Does that give you some encouragement? Hopefully that does. Let's see. I'm going to see what she has to say here. Let's see. And then again, if anybody here else wants us to draw a card for you, let us know, because this is so cool. Okay. Give us a second. I know there's a little bit of a delay. Here she goes. She goes, thanks so much. We'll wait for the universe to decide. That's a very good goal. A good plan. Because you never know. I mean, the opportunity might just present itself when the time is right. So you may have, you never know. You might have a little stray come up. You just be open. I guess that's my best advice, is just to be open and see what comes. Yeah. So, okay. You are so welcome. Is there anybody else have a question? Let us know if you need any confirmation. Jessica D. I'd love a reading for my cats, Oliver and Pumpkin. Absolutely, Jessica. So we need a framework. So give us a question. Like, what do you want to learn? What do you want to know? What do you want guidance on specifically for them? And we can do one at a time if you like.
Mm-hmm.
So just drop it in the comments and we will be happy to do that for you. I know there's a little bit of delay, so we'll just give you a second to type that in. Let's see. And while we're waiting on that, I'm just going to show again. The deck that I'm using is called Spirit Cats, and it's at Love and Above Cat Club. And Nina, what decks are you using again?
Yeah, in fact, I feel like I need to know. Maybe I'll use your. Well, anyway, these are the two decks that I have. This is the one that is, I consider this more hardcore.
The Angel.
Oops, sorry, I dropped the card.
Okay.
This is the it's called Pagan Cat deck.
Mm-hmm.
So it's and it comes without a booklet.
Nice.
I don't know why I like it. I just do. And then the other one, the angel cards are, like I say, it's kind. They give you kind of they're kind in their transmission.
Responses. Yeah.
Responses.
Yeah. Okay.
This is yours, Archangel Michael, I believe.
Yeah. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Great messenger. Okay, Anthena has a question. She says, my non-domestic kitty is getting braver. My existing to share space with her and welcome her. She wants to come to me, but she isn't brave enough. Is there anything else I can do to help her to know it's okay to come to me for cuddles? So that's probably like a feral kitty is getting braver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so existing to. Okay, so she's the outsider. You've got two resident cats, and she's the feral probably. How can she let her know that? What can she do to help her know it's okay to trust? To come closer, to let her have contact with her. So that's probably the question.
Yeah, it also makes me wonder. How about what's the attitude of the other two kitties? Her resident cats. How they feel about it? And
she says they're sharing space. They're existing. He's getting brave. My non-domestic kitty is getting braver. My existing two share space with her, so they are they're welcoming her. So the two resident cats are open.
Okay.
So it's really about the relationship between Anthena and this new feral kitty. So that's what she wants to know. How can we help her feel brave?
Well, the first part is, I think it's a process. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This cat comes with baggage. Okay, it's like it's burden. It's in a wand, so it's like burden. But the end of the road is a beautiful house, and it's all good. It'll
Yeah.
make it there. Let's see if it's like I don't feel like there's a real fast uh, fix. I mean, some energy work would help. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely energy work would help. But the existing situation, that's how I read it now. Okay, let's see if there's another card that would give more clarity.
She says she talks to me and rolls around, smudging. So she is trying. Okay.
Okay, this is more optimistic. It's starting to come. It's like a journey,
Mhm.
and it's success. It's triumph. Okay, it's a chariot. So you got the, that's the situation. Okay,
Mhm.
that that it will work out. It's good. Okay, so that's where you're at.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
It's progress. It's taking a little bit of time. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see what other message the universe would like to share with you. Okay. So, okay, this is cool. This one is for Anthena.
Mm-hmm.
It's vision.
Mm-hmm.
Vision. Meet Stargazer. Some say her head is in the clouds, but the view is better from up there. She can see the big picture beyond our normal sight. She can see beyond all small increments of time to the vastness of years, decades, and even eternity. Take a step back and see your life through Stargazer's eyes. What visions do you have for your life? They might appear fuzzy or absent if you are afraid of the actions they are calling you to take. Acknowledge those fears, then ask them to step aside like parting clouds until you're able to truly see. Let your vision be a beacon calling you forth. So visualize your cats all being together. Visualize you and this new kitty interacting with her, trusting you. Put that mental image in your head and show her that mental vision that you have. Share that vision with her. And like Nina said, just give it time. You're making progress.
Yeah.
You're making progress. It's a journey. They have to develop that trust.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, some animal communicators communicate. They say animals communicate in pictures, and so that's I like it. When they communicate with words because like it's like the higher self, so to speak. But
mhm.
anyway, yeah, flash a picture to the kitty cat, like rubbing up against your leg or whatever you want. And so I think that's perfect interpretation of that card. It's a perfect card for that.
That's awesome. Okay, so Jessica says, okay, so Oliver and Pumpkin, they were best friends. Oliver crossed over 5 months ago, and I worry about Pumpkin coping with it. Pumpkin list Pumpkin lost his other best friend Teddy 2 years ago, and now he's lonely. So we want to check on the status of Pumpkin. How is Pumpkin doing? What do we need to know about Pumpkin? He's lost two of his friends. She says the other cat, there's other cats in the household, but he is not close to anyone else. So again, it's about friends. It was a hard decision to let Oliver go. Did she do the right thing? I will always tell you that yes, you did the right thing. Um, even though those decisions don't come lightly ever, and they are the hardest thing you will ever do. But there was a reason you felt like it was that time. And sometimes our cats put those messages in our hearts and in our heads to say, you know what, it is time. Um, so you have to trust yourself that you did the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guarantee you, he holds no disregard, no ill will, no hard feelings
Yeah.
at all for any of your decisions. He only holds love for you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay, Pam. Do you think I should go with this deck or my preferred deck? I was thinking like like a softer message, perhaps. For let's go with the Angel Tarot card deck.
Yeah, let's do that one. So this is about Pumpkin. He lost his friends. He's lonely.
Is Pumpkin lonely? Is Pumpkin lonely? Is Pumpkin lonely? Please show us a message. Is
And
Pumpkin?
how can we support Pumpkin?
How can we support Pumpkin? Two cards came out.
How is he coping?
Well, okay, it's kind of this is a major arcana card renewal, and
Hmm.
so it's like the way I look at it is like spirit world. So maybe these kitties are talking to him from the spirit world.
Mm.
Okay. Uh, it says review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move on in a new direction. But when I look at the card, what I see is uh, communication, like in spirits and camaraderie. Okay, so his buddies are there, and he's okay. And I pulled another one. Let's see what this is. Ace of Fire. Okay, an excited. Oh, let's see, take a look at this first. Ace of Fire. So it can be new beginnings. It says an exciting new opportunity,
Mm.
career advancement, change your life now. So, uh, once again, I think that he's okay. In other words, if I think her question would have been different if the cat were under duress. I think that it's more like she is internalizing. She feels like she needs to make everything perfect for Pumpkin. And I think maybe Pumpkin is just fine. Okay, he's
Mhm. Mhm.
processed all this and he's okay. That's it's more like her concerns because she loves. She's trying to be the best caretaker.
Yeah.
That's what
Mhm.
I feel like.
Okay. Let's see what card. Let's see. Hang on. Chesney for supporting Pumpkin. No, this is the one. Okay. Uh, you're gonna love this. This is called Peace.
Uh,
Meet Serena. She will guide you to the sanctuary at the center of your being, the place of stillness in the midst of the flowing river of life. She knows the language of forgiveness and acceptance. If you are quiet for a moment and let your heart soften and open, she can teach you these true words so that you may rest your mind in the abode of peace. We cannot control the actions of others, but our perspectives, our feelings, and our choices remain in our power. Choose to be at peace even as you work toward resolution, evolution, and change. So you have to learn to let go and just be at peace with the situation.
mhm.
Um, that's my interpretation of that message. Be at peace.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah, the kitty cat. I mean, that your card had that third eye. That was a real interesting image. Coming up like that. Good
Hmm.
intuition too. Like observe him, and yeah, she's gone through a bunch of trauma, but the best thing that she can do for him is to keep her vibration up. Just be happy so that he doesn't have to support her. Or I think, am I making sense?
Hmm. Hmm. She also says that Tigger had to be euthanized due to illness, and I had a house call vet come, and he must have used the wrong injection solution or mixed up the order because she did not go peacefully, and it was traumatic.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yikes. That's
Yeah.
a horrible. I'm so, so sorry because I mean, it's hard enough to have to go through this, the whole experience, and to have a bad experience makes it, 100,000 times worse. Um, she said that afternoon, a group of butterflies flew through her yard. Was that her? I would absolutely say yes. She's sending you a message saying,
Yeah, that's a message,
good,
right? That's right.
because butterflies are symbols of transformation and transition. They go from a cocoon, they have a rebirth to a beautiful butterfly.
Mhm.
So I always associate with seeing butterflies after a pet passes that is they're sending you a message from the spirit world saying, I'm good.
I'm
I'm
back. This is back with this card. This is basically like meditation and rest. And so it's actually, and if you look at this kitty cat, you can see at the bottom like out of body kind of
yeah.
what's going. So it's actually, even though there's swords there, it's a positive. It's a positive card.
Hmm.
So just peace. It's got that vibe of peace for
Yes.
her.
Yes. She says, Jessica said, this is back to Oliver and Pumpkin. She says, yes, I often think I worry more than I should about Pumpkin, but I can't help it. Of course, you're his mama.
Yeah,
It's normal. The worry is part of our job description, right?
right.
It's just so true. We can't help it. We're wired that way.
Smart.
Yeah. So, okay. I think I got them all. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody. Going through the comments because we're almost out of time. Let's see. I think that was it. So, okay. So Jennifer, did that make sense to you? Let us know. So yes, okay. She says, "Thank you. This helped my heart." Good. That's what we want. That's what we want. Okay. So, as we wrap things up here, what I thought we would do, Nina, is maybe draw one card for like everyone watching, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching tomorrow or next week or whenever you're watching, whoever's watching, when you're watching. Is there a specific message that the universe would like to share with our viewers? So, I thought we would each pull like one card each to say what kind of message people need to hear. Encouragement. Please ignore my loud, rude cat behind us. He's come here, Runner. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Okay, this is the message here that I have. It's the King of Swords,
Hmm.
and so the message would be that everybody, and it's got butterflies too. He's sitting on
Oh,
butterflies. That's nice. So it's like the thoughts. Be kind of in control of your thoughts. Be king of your thoughts. Like don't let
mhm.
yourself get bogged down. You see he's on top of an interesting surface. It's almost I can't even tell what the surface is exactly, but it's quite dramatic.
It's
But the
like a
cat,
pedestal of some kind,
well,
maybe?
he's on a pedestal,
Yeah.
but the pedestal is on something,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah. But the kitty cat, he is he's the message is to be uh, in control, but not like dominant like that. Just be aware of your thoughts and
Hmm.
not succumb to anything. Like you're in control of your thoughts.
Yes.
All is good. This
Don't
is
let
good.
your thoughts control you. You
Mhm.
control
That's it.
you control your emotions by controlling your thoughts.
Right.
Okay. So thank you. Let's see what see if Gunnar will let me draw a card for everyone watching. This is so fun. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. So, don't you love this? This is called flow.
Mm.
Flow. It says, meet Zephyr. She is flexible, flowing, and gentle like a light wind. She intuitively responds to the rhythms of the world around her. When a door opens, she just walks through, easy as a breeze. When the door closes, she circles, eddies, and finds a window to slip silently through. She blooms with the spring and knows how to let go with the fall. She is change and she welcomes change. Her strength comes not through resistance, but through perfect flow, like a river sculpting the rocks, finding and making the space to keep moving.
Mm.
So, that is a great reminder that we just have to trust our process. We have to go with the flow instead of fighting.
Mhm.
If a door closes, you just have to trust that, well, that wasn't an opportunity that you needed. So another door or window will open. We just have to be open. We have to be flowing. we have to,
Mhm.
we just have to allow ourselves not to be judgmental or question or doubt or get frustrated or overwhelmed with their circumstances. We just really have to trust the flow and the guidance of the universe from the divine, from God, and just go with it, enjoy the journey, right?
Yeah.
So so thank you guys so much for being with us today. We hope this was fun. We will do it again soon. Let us know if you want us to do this more frequently because we would love to be of service. And then if you are interested in doing an animal communication session or an Akashic record reading with Nina, we have that at purrrfectlyholistic.com or shop.purrrfectlyholistic.com under our services. And then this Monday night, if you are around, at 7 o'clock Central Time is the Perfectly Holistic Radio Show, and I'm going to be talking about shadow energy with cats. It's a very important subject that's kind of come on my radar with a lot of client issues, as well as in my, things always happen to me first with my cats because they teach me something. So join us Monday night on the radio show. You can listen on these platforms. And until then, we thank you guys so much. We send you lots of love, and we will see you guys again soon. So have a great evening.
Bye.